Alright guys, it's time for some more news on WWE 2K15, as following the roster reveal on Saturday, 2K Sports held a private press event to give media the chance to try out this year's game for the very first time, and following that, French gaming site GameBlog.fr were the first to post an article on the event which included their impressions of the game and revealed some new information. A lot of it we've already found out through various videos from Gamescom, and I've spoken about those in previous videos, so I'm only going to cover the new details in this one, but I will put a link to the article in the video description so you can check it out. First off, as you can see on screen, we'll have a few new screenshots of John Cena and Randy Orton, a higher resolution image of the Goldust screenshot that came out over the weekend, and a photo of Sting being scanned for the game. Now let's talk about the new information coming out of the article, as it does confirm that the breaking point system has been replaced. So the translation, which is pretty bad, reads: "The breaking point system of previous games has been removed in favour of a battle clubbing button. When a submission hold is engaged, separated into two equal parts, circular gauge appears on the screen. Both players then go after the X button to try to either fill the gauge if they're the ones that applied it, or to empty it if they're the ones that are receiving the move. If the player executing the hold manages to fill the gauge, taking will do more damage," I'm guessing that's taking more time, "and may cause the abandonment of another wrestler later in the game, which is the submission. Conversely, if the player succeeds in making sudden emptying his successful wrestler to emerge from this difficult position." Yeah, so I hope you understood that better than I did. The translation isn't great, it's more confusing than anything, as it does say the breaking point system has been removed, and then it actually goes on to pretty much describe the breaking point system. I guess it could be that the breaking point gauge has been replaced with a circular gauge, as Vincent from IGN did actually answer a tweet previously to say that submissions were still the same, so it could basically just be the same. Anyway, moving on, the second new piece of information talks about a change to the way in which stored finishers and wake-up taunts work, as it reveals that stored finishers are now known as charged finishers, and they appear to include the wake-up taunt as part of them in one animation that is triggered by pressing the finisher button when your opponent is on the mat. As you can see from another bad translation on screen, the last part indicates that these actually can't be reversed. If that is the case, I think it's a pretty bad move, as there's plenty of times that you'll see someone on TV call for a finisher and then attempt it, only to have it countered, so it wouldn't really make a lot of sense to have it work this way. Instead, I think this could be counterable, but you'll have to press it to reverse as though it was a ground move, which I kinda like the idea of, because whenever I used a wake up taunt against someone online, then they would get to know the animations and when to counter it if you went straight for a finisher, so this way it should be a lot harder to counter. Anyway, those are the two main changes revealed in the article, but it does go on to talk about the stamina system and reveals that you can choose to stay down and recover after a move, which is actually something that we've seen in the Gamescom videos when Cesaro dropped down to one knee to recover, and then we're also seeing Randy Orton staying down after hitting an RKO and crawling into a pin instead of getting up, so that too should help you recover stamina. Aside from that, the article covers the 2K Showcase mode and talks about CM Punk not being scanned, again noting that his model doesn't look as good as the others, but then it actually goes on to say that although there's a few bugs in the game and it is a demo, it's the best wrestling game ever made. So that's a pretty bold statement, and only time will tell if it's true or not, but let me know your thoughts on the news in the comments, and until next time, I'll catch you later.